The story starts in 1998. The car was bought after a heart attack to have a hobby other than work. It was from Colorado and looks decent in the pics, but it was far from restored. The car was driven for a few years and then tore down for a full restoration in 2000. Work was done to it off and on through the years, but the YouTube story started in 2017.
Okay, so the work is beginning on Dad's car. It had a rear quarter here, and I think it's got a new inner one on this side. This side did not need a rear quarter. All it needed was a little bit there. The floor had some rust, a little bit of rust, and that's been repaired. So you got to find all those little pinholes and weld them up. And there's that pinhole. And that is an original jack sticker. So I can pull on this dent a few different places. Okay, so I'm getting this thing ready for the epoxy primer. We're going to be using the short-haired fiberglass filler for to start out with on all these seams, welding seams. So now that I've done that, I'm going to go back with the regular filler. Go over. You can't play with this too long because it's going to start getting hard. So there's my first layer. I'm sure there'll be many more layers going on here. Longer ones that come with the kit, and I really like these guys, really like them, and it's looking good. I have found a few more areas that I don't really like the looks of, so I'll be working on them. And I think they really nailed it with this spoiler for this generation. Gonna be working on the two front fenders. When you put the block sander on there and you start sanding, you start finding all your highs and lows. So the 2.0 is even bigger than that tip. So it should work out well for this thick fill-in primer. Okay, so today's the start of the lowering kit install. Okay, so Dad got the axle tore down yesterday, and I got it painted last night. Obviously the top one is the factory one we pulled out. You can see me and Dad, we've got the rear end back in. We've got the Hotchkiss lowering leaf springs in place. So here's the spring comparison. So now look at the sway bar kit I'm going to be installing. So we got a new fuel tank in the car. It's just a factory replacement tank. Got the doors hung, as you can see. These doors are big, they're heavy, and getting them to line up good is very difficult. Gaps are really nice, I think. Okay, so we got new door latches for both sides. This is an aftermarket fender, and we thought we were going to be pretty good with it, but after fitting the door to the body and then, you know, getting all the gaps lined up, put the fender on, realized we're going to have some issues. So I've been working on this fender. And it's all looking good now. I had to keep modifying this aftermarket fender. These are aftermarket brand new hinges and springs, but once we learned the washer trick, they you know, the spring snapped right on. Well, we got the hood on, but we're having quite a few issues with fitment. So there it is, final fitment of the hood. It is fitting really good. Well, we got some headers for the car. I think it looks awesome. Dad loves it. Well, so that's pretty much an intake install on one of these older Chevys. Okay, so here it is, guys, all laid out. So we're down to kind of the final details so we can get this thing fired up for the first time. Today we're going to be dealing with the wiring. Let's see what it does. You ready? Yeah. The conversion we are doing is putting this Tremec 5-speed in the car. So this is a ton of work to get 3 pedals. So here are the connectors. 1970 cranberry red. This is the color the car was actually born with. And sanding here for day after day after day. My fingers hurt. Actually, everything hurts. I'm not gonna lie, everything hurts. So it is red. The whole car. Well, there it is. It's red and it's shiny. Oh, you can see I got the tires back on it. Okay, so I found most of the rear end pieces here. Also got the bumper. I have no idea what kind of shape that is in. Well, finally got the rear end pretty well finished up here. You can see it's pretty well together. I don't have the two side mirrors need to be painted yet. Blueprint crate engines. This is their 396 small block. This thing, we have a dyno sheet with it. It makes over 500 horse. Well, today we're gonna try to get Dad's Blueprint 396 all together. Starter, the Proform starter kind of on there. I've got the spark plugs, the recommended spark plugs. I've gapped them to 35 thousandths, which is what Blueprint recommends. I've got the motor mounts that we're going to be using. I'm going to slide it in there very carefully. Fairly big wrench to turn that nut. So I like to put my bolts, my two top bolts in so I can get these started. I've only got like a few things left here. Okay, so I went and put the headers on there. They're not installed, they're just sitting up there with a couple bolts. Car is pretty much put back together. Just going to show you an underside shot of the car. I've got the new exhaust on there. Aluminum drive shaft reinstalled there. So that brings us to today, 2025. That was 20 some years of off and on work to get this car where it is today. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, give it a like, leave a comment, and consider subscribing to the channel. I'll see you guys.